guys, welcome to Book Talks with Ty, and today we're gonna talk about a book that took me a while to finish, not gonna lie. It's called You Are the Universe. So let's get into the book breakdown. This book in particular, You Are the Universe, was written by Deepak Chopra and Minaz Kafatos. Deepak Chopra is one of the prominent figures of the New Age genre of writing. He writes a lot about spirituality and the cosmos and how it all connects. And Minaz, I hadn't heard of him before, but I definitely had to do my research. He is a scientist and he works mostly with like quantum physics and understanding how spirituality, religion, and the cosmos relate. So this book is 290 pages long and is considered a New Age text, and is also about spirituality and self-help. This book was published in 2017, so it's still fairly new. In terms of readability, I'm going to say that this text is a heavier lift because you will spend some time looking up unfamiliar terms, and the text is very dense.
The text complexity is real with this one.
No, the words on the page might not be difficult to understand. However, the concepts within the book take a while to unpack. Alright, let's get into the segment called Why You Should Read. Why should you read You Are the Universe? Well, for me, the book really broke down what it means to live and exist in a participatory universe where you are the creator and the creation. And that for me just reinforced everything I already knew about manifestation while enlightening me on some topics that I had no knowledge of prior to reading this text. So it's a really good text if you already know things about manifestation and the power of the mind. And it's a really good text if you are looking to learn more and also have concrete examples of how manifestation works, how the mind works, how the cosmos works, how consciousness works. Alright, so let's get into Tys Take. I'm really not gonna lie, I'm kind of gonna go off script and say that this book took me a while to finish, not because it's super hard to understand. The words on the page, like I said, they're easy to understand. However, the concepts, the complexity of the text is something else that you have to contend with. So like, it really took me a while to process everything. Some of the concepts I was able to easily grasp because they were concepts that I heard of before, but there were a couple of topics that took a while to
soak in, like seasoning.
Word to Nicki Minaj. Focus. Alright, so in this book there are 12 chapters and I really could talk about them all.
Actually, I would like to talk about them all. If you're trying to start a book club, let me know something.
But I'm just going to highlight a few for the sake of time. I talked about how the mind is basically moving through the brain and it's not located inside of your head. The information in your brain is transmitted by your mind from a separate location or source. Brain is a 3.5 pound universe, and this book talks about how the brain is the hardware and the mind is the software. Think about having a TV at home, right? Your TV, on your TV you watch a lot of different programs. You watch CNN, you might watch Netflix, you might watch ABC, you might watch Teletubbies, you might watch PJ Masks if you got a kid like I do. Take your TV apart. You won't see CNN inside of your television, right? You won't see PJ Masks inside of your television. That information comes, the source of that information is not inside of your home, right? The source comes from somewhere else. So this is how the brain and the mind works. Your brain is one thing, right? It's in your body, it's physical, but your mind is not physical. It is a manifestation of God consciousness, and that is everywhere. It's all around us. And because this is a fact, we have the power to create the life that we want to live. And I found that to be a profound takeaway from this book. Sometimes you'll sit down and you'll think about an apple. Apple is a word that comes up in our mind, but it's not located in our brain physically. Because the mind is somewhere else, we have infinite possibilities. So just like you extract the word apple from your mind at will, you can extract the reality that you want to live from your mind at will as well. This is exactly what manifestation is what I've read over and over again, is what I've seen work in my life. So the book talks about time and the theory of relativity, and basically acknowledges the fact that time is different for each individual. So what might be 60 seconds for me might be different for you based on what we are experiencing at the moment. Out of that school of thought, we have all of these terms like time flies when you're having fun. And think about it, in your actual life, time does fly when you're having fun. But if you're going through something serious, if you are experiencing danger or fear, time sort of stands still. And I started to think about it, guys, and I was like, that is so true. Like, that's so true. Stub your toe on a couch. Like, it's gonna take what seems like forever for that pain to go away, right? But we find that if we're doing something exhilarating, something fun, time goes by really quickly. The book talks about time never running out. So most people think in their heads like, I don't have enough time to accomplish whatever I want to accomplish. Time ran out. But that is not a real thing. There are deadlines. We give ourselves deadlines. There are deadlines imposed on us, but we are always creating more time. You never run out of time. You just don't meet your deadline. Those are two different things. In life, historically, people have told you, like, get married by the age of 25, have children before you're 30. There's this perceived timeline, but it's not real. Our deadlines that we might like to accomplish something by, but you never run out of time to do the things that are important to us. And that's a major key. Okay? The book goes on to talk about how comparison creates time. Looking over my life historically, that is true. People start to measure what you are doing with your time by someone else, what they are accomplishing with the same amount of time. You know, if you're experiencing trauma, of course, those years seem to drag on and on and on. And once you start living life on the sunny side of things, time starts to go by quickly. And I can say for sure that this has been my experience. The relationships that felt like they lasted the longest were the toxic relationships, extremely toxic. But now I'm creating great relationships with people who I'm equally yoked with, and it seems like we're moving at a rapid rate. Like, time is relative, and when you're experiencing things that are traumatic, it takes a lot more time. It takes a lot more energy out of you. So it seems like life is going at a slow pace. But when you remove yourself from those situations, life is a lot lighter. And so if time is relative and personal, there are no deadlines that we have to meet as a society. The next thing that the book kind of talks about or stresses is the fact that we are one. When you love yourself, you approach people as equals, and I think that is something that really translates into life, because we are so divisive and focused on the individual self, we miss this opportunity to collaborate and affect some large change in our society. Okay, so we might be on different levels of consciousness, but that does not mean you are lesser. When we think of ourselves as individuals, the more we become cancerous to the society at large. The book offers this illustration. It talks about how cancer in the body comes from one cell going rogue. Eventually, that one individual that decided they didn't want to operate like the rest of the collective starts to attach itself to other people and starts to move this cancer throughout the body. So derailing everybody's success and everybody's opportunities. The next thing that the book talks about is qualia, and qualia is defined as everyday qualities of existence: light, sound, color, shape, texture. This means things that we can perceive with our five senses. Understanding qualia helps us understand things that we can change, things that we have to accept, and knowing that difference is really important. So there are qualia or perceptions that can't change. There are some qualia that can be changed or manipulated, and that's what you need to think about. All of your intention, all of your energy needs to be on a qualia that you can change. None of your energy should go towards things that you cannot change or easily dismantle right away. In conclusion, You Are the Universe is well worth the read because it reinforces what we already may know about manifestation. You are the creator and the creation. Your brain is like a tiny universe, and your mind moves through this vessel to make manifest the life that you live. So what are the things that you would like to change? You have the agency, you have the autonomy to make a difference in your own life. And as you make a difference in your own life, you will make a difference in those those around you. It's really simple. Start somewhere small. It might not be the largest change right away. Start small with affirmations. Start small with meditating. Start small with yoga. Start expanding your mind, because there are infinite possibilities in your mind. So tap into your potential, tap into your power, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. The author, in conclusion, this is a message